y'all. I can't believe it's like almost 100 degrees at the end of October. But anyway, I have something I want to say. I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm sure I will. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But this is my opinion. I have a right to it. So, every time we go to Sumter, we go 15 South. And we always pass this one house, and it is very, very obvious that it is a drug house. And the people standing outside are obviously fighting a battle that's just, I don't even know how. Anyway, but we pass this house all the time. Well, yesterday, on our way to Sumter, um, this house was on fire, and they blocked the road from anywhere around it for like a quarter mile. You had to go around the back roads to get to Sumter. And immediately I knew that somebody probably had been cooking meth or something and blew the house up. Like, it was just bad. I realized within seconds my gut was telling me that some mother has received a phone call that was her worst nightmare. So, yeah, it just like hurt my heart, my feelings. I have children and I could not imagine. I don't ever want to know that feeling. I've heard opinions about, oh, let them die, let them OD and die, or uh, I don't, that I get furious about because I think about my own children when I see young people struggling. It's they don't set out to say, oh yeah, when I grow up I want to be a drug addict. Nobody ever says that, but people want to just sit back and just let them die. How about the billions of dollars that we are spending trying to shut down these drug dealers? That is not the answer. Because if you shut down one drug dealer, there's one behind him just waiting in the wings. So that is not the answer. It's just a bad situation. But as I was saying, these people need help. They need help. And there's not enough mental health facilities open that is capable of handling the situation. Every single one of these young people have a story. There's a reason that they started taking drugs to begin with. And most of the time you think, well, I'll just quit taking them and taking drugs, but you haven't dealt with the situation. You haven't dealt with what's really going on inside that started it all anyway. I know, I'm well aware, if they don't want help and you force them to get help, usually don't change much. But do you know how many young people are in prison because they are addicts? Their addiction, that don't even make sense to me. Wouldn't their time be better served in a rehab facility that can help them get to the root of the problem so that they can be productive members of society? I personally do not believe that you should throw somebody in prison for 10 years for heroin addiction or cocaine or marijuana or whatever. That's not the answer, just to throw away the key, because they come out worse than they went in. So something needs to change there too in our prison systems, to teach them a trade. Somebody to believe in them again. They need to believe in themselves. That's first. Believe in yourself. I have had young people tell me that it all started off with Adderall, that ADH hyperactive medication, and then that doesn't work, so they go to cocaine or crystal meth. which one time that you try meth, they say you are hooked, line and sinker, and then you're forever chasing that high, like on a roller coaster, just going round and around and around, and you can't get off of it. You can't get off of it alone. But I also like to say it's a very selfish act. But you know what? It's not about us as parents, because your kid's not thinking that way. It's about them. But we can't help but to love them. But love's not enough. If love was enough, there would be no addiction. If love could fix it, there would not be any addiction. Every parent that has a child that is addicted to drugs, go to bed and every night and pray to God that their kid is okay, and God will bless them with the morning light. Meanwhile, it's destroying their parents, and they don't. Well, sometimes they know that they are, but the addiction is stronger than that. The addiction is even stronger than that. So what's the answer? I think that the money spent on going after these drug dealers and drug cartel people, whatever you call it, would be better served building more mental health facilities. Because at the bottom of addiction, there is an issue, a greater issue at play. And it is your mental well-being. And your mental health is just as, if not more important, than your physical well-being. And I'm not saying give somebody a handout here. I'm saying give them a hand up. Give them a hand up. Help them. Take their hand and help them up by giving them an opportunity to better themselves. And staff these health centers with people that actually do care. They care about them. They want to be there for them and the families. Because when you see somebody struggling, there's a family struggling right there with them, holding on for dear life. Just praying to God every night. And y'all, I can speak on this. I can. I have single-handedly seen it destroy people. And my husband takes care of young people that come in distraught and just angry at the world and been shot or doing things on the street, and it's like, is it worth a life? You would take a life over drugs? That I just cannot comprehend in my brain. That part of it, I can't. Like, is that strong that you would take a life to get high? Oh, and let's not forget the suicide rates are just, ugh. The suicide rates, because they don't know what else to do. So they think that's the answer. But removing yourself by committing suicide just transfers your pain onto the people that love you the most. And that pain don't ever go away. Ever. So the next time you see somebody on the street, got the signs up and needing food or money or whatever, remember behind that sign, look at their eyes. Look at their eyes. That is somebody's child. Somebody loves them. And it could be your child. Remember that.